I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house. I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything.
Good morning guys, welcome to Friday's allotment vlog. I didn't actually know if I would definitely be able to get down here for today because the weather has been horrendous. It's just been rainy, cold, windy, and we've had a couple of storms, like sort of the tail end of a storm. I was going to say the back end, that's not very nice saying, is it? The tail end of a storm. Oh, it's warm in here, I'm just going to take my jacket off. It's lovely and warm in here actually, my goodness. We've gone back to having the greenhouse nice and warm and it being cold outside. I like that. It is... that can't be right. It says it's 10 degrees in here. It's not 10 degrees. It's definitely warmer than 10 degrees. Where can I put this? Balance on there. Pretty sure it's warmer than 10 degrees in here. It feels lovely. It also smells very greenhousey in here, which is nice. We've got a lot of condensation, guys. A lot of condensation, but because I've got so much growing in here, I'm wondering if that's really a bad thing, because if I can't get here to water because the weather's too bad, maybe the condensation will sort of water everything, keep everything watered. I guess as long as it doesn't get too wet in here, right? As long as it's not too condensation-y, but I mean, so far everything seems to be doing well, so maybe I'll open a window now while I'm here. I'll open the windows now just to get some air in here. Anyway, how are you all doing? My name's Emma, by the way. These are my allotment diaries. I vlog 3 times a week, and I also put up a home gardening vlog on a Sunday morning. So if you're enjoying all of those, please subscribe to my channel. We're coming into November. This is the last October vlog of the year before we go into November. Don't know how many vlogs I'll be putting up in November. We will just have to see how it goes, because it's all very dependent on the weather and how that treats us, basically. Right, first thing I wanted to do today, actually I was thinking about this on the way, is to pot up those calibris that I didn't pot up because I'm a little bit worried about them. This is calibris. It's kind of like a cross between a broccoli and a cauliflower. Really delicious and really fun to cook. Really fun to pick as well. I potted some of them up, but some of them I have yet to pot up, so I'm going to pot these up today. Next to them are my sweet peas doing absolutely beautifully. These are the calibris I planted into my greenhouse to try and get a nice sort of autumnal, maybe sort of early spring harvest, just to have something growing. And then here I popped in some salad crops and they are starting to germinate. Can you see that? That's the germination. Germination is a go. Things are obviously doing quite well in here. It's really, really nice to have a greenhouse. I don't know if I've said this before, but I am so grateful to have this greenhouse, and I have to be honest, a big part of the reason why I've got this greenhouse and why I've managed to buy it this year is because of you guys watching my channel. Oh my god, is that a spider in my glove? Oh no, it's a rock. You guys watching my channel on a regular basis gives me an income, and then sometimes I can save up enough money and get something really nice for the allotment plot, and it's just life-changing. So thank you so much. Thank you honestly so much if you watch these videos, if you buy an allotment planner, if you interact with the video, if you like the video, give me a comment, or just tune in and watch me on a regular basis. You are quite literally funding my greenhouse right now, so thank you so much. All of this is because of you. Right, we'll put on these calibris. Probably an easier job to do without gloves. Right. The roots on those, fabulous. Right, pull you apart. Come on, away you come, away you come. Pop them on. Waiting for me? Are you waiting? No, it's coming, it's coming. Yep. Right, here we go. There you are. Coming in. There you are. this bed's been sitting here a little bit confused for a while. I know that I had some peas growing, which I didn't really check on very much, and then some beetroot in the middle. Let's see how it's all doing. Right, the beetroot does seem to be growing quite well. The plants look very strong and happy. So we're going to leave the beetroot in. And then the peas, unfortunately I forgot about them, but they didn't do that well. I do have some peas growing on, but I didn't get very many, and the plants didn't get very tall. So I think they need to come out and be composted. You know, with crops that I put in a little bit later than you should maybe, it's always a bit hit and miss. It's, you know, I didn't put them in at the opportune time to grow peas, so I wasn't really expecting anything from them, but you never know. I'm definitely a rule breaker when it comes to planting things in the allotment and in my garden at home. You know, read the back of the seed packet. It will tell you when you should plant something out, but to be honest, if you've got the seeds and the weather looks all right, whack them in, I say. Just whack them in, because you never know. Especially with this changing climate, you just never know if something's going to take off and do really well out of season or a different time of the year. It's always better to grow something than to grow nothing. That's what I think anyway. Right, this bed down here, it had potatoes in this year, and what I did with it, when I pulled the potatoes up, I mulched it over with a thick layer of horse manure. And then I did something a little bit crazy, and I put in some summer beans, but I put them in sort of end of August, beginning of September time. So we're talking like French beans, basically. The ones that need a long, warm growing season to give you any good beans. So it was completely reckless and stupid, because it's the complete wrong time of year to put beans in. But you know what's happened? Well, I'll show you what's happened. This is what's happened, right? So the beans have grown, the plants have grown. I think I put 1 or 2 bean seeds in here, whatever you want to call them, and I do have some beans. I mean, on this one here you can see some teeny tiny, very curly French beans growing. So I've got some bean plants in here. So we did have enough heat for them to germinate and create plants. Am I going to get a good harvest from these? No way, no way. They are definitely stopping now. Like, they're not going to grow much bigger than this. And this is all I'll get from the plants. But do I think it was a waste of time to put these in later? No, I don't. No, I don't. No plant that you put in the ground, I think, is a complete waste of time. Beans do something really amazing for the soil. They add nitrogen, and therefore, even though these beans aren't going to get much bigger and give me an actual bean harvest, they are going to add plenty of nitrogen into my soil, which is what I'm all about, adding goodness and nutrients. So I don't think it was a waste of time, and I'm going to leave them in for as long as possible and just weed around them. The point that I'm trying to make is, don't be afraid to plant things in the ground, ever. Like, just because it says plant between a certain month, you know, it doesn't, you don't have to follow that rules. The rules are there to be broken. And anything that you put into your soil that grows, it's going to do some kind of goodness. It's going to create a habitat for wildlife. It's going to give you some colour in the garden and some greenery. It's going to be something growing in the soil rather than nothing, and that's always a good thing. So, you know, there are rules, but the rules are there to be broken, and don't be afraid to break them. I break them all the time. after, eh? Sitting on the food, demanding some more. And look, there's two of them. Two of them hopping around. They love this time of year when you start to hoe over all the beds because they get all the worms. Fresh grub. Oh, someone's come for dinner. Oh, he's got a bad leg. Oh no. Oh no. Did you see that? No, he's hopped away, he's hopped away. Oh no. Oh no. I wonder if he's just stood on something and it's, I don't know, can that correct itself if he's just stood on something, or stinging nettles or something? Could it be something as simple as that? Oh, I hate seeing animals in pain or hurt. I absolutely hate it. I feel so helpless. I never feel more helpless than when I see an animal hurt. Oh, it just breaks my heart when I see animals in pain or hurt like that. I actually don't know what to do. The thing is, what's really upsetting as well is that he's such a healthy looking fox. He's so healthy, he's got no mange, he looks a good weight, he looks a beautiful colour, like he is a beautiful fluffy, you know, he's the sort of fox you see in a book, you know, a picture of a fox. He's so healthy. Oh, that has just really upset me, that has. Poor Foxy. Right, well that's just some of the front beds at the allotment, just sort of weeded and taken care of, just, you know, just sorted out for the autumn time, cleared of weeds, just made look a little bit more put together. I think the next few times I come down here I'll just be working on a few beds like that, just choosing like maybe 2-3 beds, weeding them over, just sorting them out, making them, you know, just look a bit neater for the autumn time. Yeah, it's looking good, it's looking good at the moment. It's looking very autumnal and pretty here. Look at this, little gang of magpies. Little gang of them all together. I don't know what they're after, looks like berries or something. There's loads of them there. Right, pit stop, because I think I've got something in my boot. These boots are from the Muck Boot company, and they sent these to me for free, and I absolutely love them. They are fantastic boots. They are very pretty, and they are definitely standing the test of time, because I do wear my boots out a lot, and I've been through a lot of boots, guys, you know I have. I've been through Hunters, Barber, what else did I have, Merry People. So far the Muck Boot ones are doing quite well, so I'm very impressed with them. I do get asked quite a lot about what wellies I wear, what gloves I wear. The gloves that I wear are from COOLJOB. These are their waterproof ones, which are probably one of my favourites, but they've got such a huge different variety of gloves, and I've got a discount code in the description. It's Emma Glove, so if you want to get your hands on a pair of COOLJOB gloves, which are fantastic, I wear them, these are the only gloves that I wear at my allotment and in my garden, you can go below to the description, click on the link, and you can enter the discount code Emma Glove and get, I think it's 10% off. I think it's 10% off, but yeah, they are excellent gloves. That's the gloves that I wear. But yeah, I always get asked those questions and I always forget to answer them, so sorry about that. Right, I have done some of the jobs that I wanted to do today. The last thing I wanted to do was just go around and see if there's anything to harvest. I did notice that the radish has come up really well, and also we haven't checked on the carrots in about like 3 months. I don't think they've done very well. I really don't. Carrots seem to be a real issue with me. I'm going to try and grow them at home because I've got these new raised beds, so I'm going to try them at home instead. But yeah, let's go check on the radish first, because I think that's done quite well. Right, here's the radishes in amongst the Swiss chard and kohlrabi. In fact, before we get onto the radish, the Swiss chard is doing really well. too. It's doing really beautifully. This is not rainbow Swiss chard though, so it's not quite as exciting as the rainbow stuff. This is just the green Swiss chard, but it's doing really well. Radishes love this time of year, so if you want to sow radishes, sow them now. They love the weather because it's not too hot and it's not too cold and there's enough light for them, and they just love it. I don't actually know if they're ready. I'm always either too early or too late when it comes to radish. You know what, I'll pull one up and just see what's going on. No, look, it's not ready yet. Oh, I'm quite surprised that's not ready yet. I really thought, because they're so green and lush, I really thought I'd got them at the right time. But for me with radishes, like I said, I either tend to be too early for them or too late. I'm going to keep checking you. Right, okay, so I reckon a few more weeks to the radish. What about the kohlrabi? Something's been really enjoying this kohlrabi. Really enjoying it. The other ones, I don't know, I feel like they're small. Maybe I should just leave these ones for the animals. Oh, there's one there for me. I'll have that one. The smaller ones I'll leave for the critters over the winter time, but the bigger ones I'll have, because I can do more with these. Look, that's great. That's a great size. I'll have that one, and I'll have this one as well. I'll make some kohlrabi coleslaw. That is lovely. The smaller ones, the slugs can have them. Well, there are a few carrots growing in here. I don't think I'm going to hold my breath for good carrots though. I mean, they seem pretty strong as plants. I know they're very small and weak, like little weaklings, but they're quite upright and they're quite strong. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, this one's got a little bit of a carrot. This one's got a little bit of a carrot. This is probably the most carroty carrot that I've got growing. I can't see any others like that. Ah well, you can't win them all. You know what I think there is though? I think there might be a broccoli for me to take. Let's see if broccoli can save the day. Yes, there is broccoli, and you know what, this one has almost gone over because it's not as tight together as, say, this one here. You see how tight together this one is? This is a broccoli that is well and truly ready to pick. This one just on the verge of flowering, because what happens is they get further and further apart, and you see each of these little things on a broccoli, each of these little green things is a bud, it's a flower bud. So these will all flower. That's what you're eating when you eat broccoli, you're eating flower buds. Isn't that crazy? But I think I can just about get away with picking this one. There we go, 2 bits of broccoli, a couple of kohlrabi, brilliant. Actually feels so nice to come down and pick something that I've grown and harvested it myself, as opposed to having it stolen. It feels like such a novelty at the moment to actually be able to pick my own crops, because so many of my crops have been stolen. I haven't even told you the half of it this year, to be honest, because otherwise it would just be every single video me telling you something's been stolen. That's how bad it has been this year. I don't know, what can you do? Like I said, my new raised beds at home have arrived. The compost to fill them is arriving today, so tune in for Sunday's video, 9 AM, and you will see my new vegetable patch at home coming together. Very, very excited for it. But for now, from my allotment plot, that is it. I will see you again, hopefully, fingers crossed, on Monday. It's all weather dependent for November, guys, so have a lovely gardening week. I'll either see you Sunday, maybe Monday, but I'll definitely see you next week at some point. Thanks for watching.